Witchfire is a game with many labels attached to it. Extraction shooter, RPG shooter, roguelite, souls-like. Yet, while each label seems to fit, they only do so from a certain angle, creating a sense that these classifications are not entirely wrong but somewhat misleading. So, about the souls-like elements. At its core, Witchfire incorporates familiar mechanics from the Souls genre. Healing potions mirror the fast system, and stamina management is essential for survival. Sprinting, jumping, dashing, and even firing shotguns or snipers consume stamina, making resource management crucial. Enemy design further drives the Souls comparison. Each fall has unique patterns you must learn and counter, and bosses come with the familiar multi-phase fights that can turn the tide of the battle. There is no traditional resting mechanic, but you can extract through the portal, resetting enemy positions while replenishing health, ammo, and potions. The use of Witchfire, this game's version of Souls, follows a similar risk and reward structure. If you die, you drop your Witchfire, but you can retrieve it if you manage to reach your remains before dying again. The dark fantasy setting also harkens back to the Souls games, creating a visually striking world that feels both ominous and captivating. Roguelite. Witchfire embraces roguelite mechanics, but in a more lightweight fashion that you might expect. The small, open-world maps let you choose your own path, with encounters ranging from the trivial to brutal. You can technically avoid them entirely or take the enemies to gain Witchfire XP and gain the new buffs after each victory. The goal is ultimately face the boss, but if you die, you restart at the base and must tackle everything again. Its softer take on the roguelite formula as the progression is less punishing and more persistent, yet it still captures the loop of trial, error, and improvement. Extraction shooter. The extraction aspect is more of an optional mechanic here. You can leave the map at any time, either to save your treasures and progress to avoid the risky encounters when low on health. While this provides a strategic layer, it doesn't quite place a Witchfire in the extraction shooter camp, with the focus often on multiplayer and permanent loss. In Witchfire, extraction is a helpful option but not a defending feature. How it feels to play. Witchfire has a tight, responsive feel of Destiny to it, but a less of floaty movement. The combat is crisp and satisfying, with enough depth to keep you engaged moment to moment. If you enjoy Destiny 2 gameplay, you will feel likely riding home the Witchfire, though the Souls-like mechanics may add a steeper learning curve. Polish and performance. Despite being an early access title, Witchfire feels polished. Bugs and glitches are present but minimal and generally do not enough to detract them from the overall experience. The developers, the astronauts, are a passionate team who have been highly communicated with the community. While content updates were slow in the first 6 months, they've since ramped up their pace, addressing core mechanics like difficulty scaling and continuously improving the game. Now let's talk about the downsides. One noticeable drawback is the limited content, especially for a game that has been in early access for a year. The developers have focused on refining and expanding systems, which may leave some players feeling underwhelmed. However, the recent increase in update speeds bodes well for the future content, and I'm optimistic that more meaningful expansions are on the horizon. So, the final verdict is, at its current price of €40, whether Witchfire is worth it will depend on how much you enjoy its core loop. For an average player, there is about 20 to 30 hours of gameplay. I myself enjoyed the game for 100 hours so far, and I'm still enjoying it. In its present state, I'd give the Witchfire an 8.5 out of 10. With more content and a few tweaks, this could be easily rise to 9.5 or even perfect 10. It's a standout game of the past decade, and that one has surprised me with how much I've enjoyed it. So thank you guys for watching this review, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Bye.